Hi and welcome back to my 25th anniversary playthrough of Half-Life. This will be Chapter 12, Surface Tension. I spent most of Half-Life development in this little office with Kelly Bailey, John Guthrie, and Dave Riller, building and polishing these surface tension maps. I absolutely loved working on these maps because designing large open areas and arenas to fight the human grunts, tanks, and aliens was just so much fun. At the time, I had just come off years building Doom and Quake maps, so I was really in my element designing large open action sequences and combat at the time. So this was summer 1998 when I really got into my stride building surface tension. The broad design of the chapter had been done early 1998. And I had some great sketches to build off of, kind of like this one here. So I was able to really rapidly build these maps, implement gameplay, and add layers to the experience without going through anybody outside of the room first, which made things very, very quick to iterate. We only really had 4 months left to finish the product, and multiplayer hadn't even been started yet, and Zen was just a concept at that point. We didn't have time to ask for new features or technology support to get much of the moment-to-moment gameplay features in. We just basically had to do whatever we could in the time that we had left with the features we had available to us at that point. That meant a lot of coming up with an idea, implementing it, testing it, polishing it, all within the same day without leaving the room, basically. Thankfully, the low-fidelity 90s graphics meant we could get away with a lot visually, so it really didn't take a lot of time to put these things in. We sort of had this you get the idea mindset, which allowed us to go from idea to implementation really fast. We didn't really spend a lot of time worrying about polishing visuals because we didn't have the budget for it and we didn't have the time for it. So the you get the idea mindset is kind of like we'd build something and then put it in front of the player and we'd say, you get the idea here. Yeah, look, here's an unburrowing head crab from the sand. And really it's just a small set of polygons pushing up from the ground, a sound of moving sand, and then spawning a head crab in its place. And then the little collection of polygons sinks back into the ground. I mean, it looks not at all convincing in 2023, but you get the idea. It's unburrowing head crabs, and they could appear at any time in the middle of a minefield. So that's how we were working at the time. As I approached the end of this group of levels, they had become so much more complicated than the tools had originally been designed for. So the level logic was really, really fragile. We completely redesigned the entity system for Half-Life 2, but in Half-Life 1, it really was a nightmare debugging these maps as they became so complicated. So we had to rely on our own memory mostly for how things were supposed to work, since debugging level logic was so difficult. The closer we got to finishing, the more stressful it was to fix or change anything in the map, because the tiniest little thing you change over here can have effects in other areas. God help you if anybody else checked out one of your maps and made a change to it without knowing everything that was interconnected to that. Anyhow, let's get started with surface tension. Here we go.
5%.
Well, these are broken too. Those barrels would shoot up way up in the air at one stage. In fact, I wrote in my diary the day I put this together because I was really proud of that effect of the barrels shooting up in the air, shamelessly stolen from Backdraft. September 11th, 1998, I put those in. But they have, something's happened over time where they don't shoot up anymore. To figure this out, I'm not sure why. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, what? What? Holy f is going on here? What the f was that? The shooting of the crossbow underwater is totally broken. Okay. Oh, I think I might have to f with the ichthyosaur. Oh, I do, because there's a momentary switch in here again. No. You know what? That's f. There's something is totally broken here. Vital signs are dropping. I was very happy with building this area because of that. The budget we had for scenes was so small, but each one of these is a giant face. Sad to have not killed the ichthyosaur, but I don't know what's going on with the physics of this gun. The underwater, there's something weird going on. Alright, and now we are washed back out into unfamiliar territories. Yeah, it looks like there's something missing here. Like a model missing or something. This was this helicopter. I'm going to kill this helicopter and then I'm going to talk about this. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, so this section of surface... okay. I'm going to kill the chopper first. And then talk. Alright, it's much easier to kill him from up here, I think. Alright, famous last words, I suppose. I came to the top of this ladder. Uh-oh. Don't let it overcharge. Oh,
Yep.
wow. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. There. Okay, so this area, this was a sequence of maps that Kelly Bailey had concepted. And actually, I think he built the original geometry for it too. And he and I sat in the corner office with Dave Riller and John Guthrie, and he basically used the office was so small there wasn't even really room. Actually, there literally was not room for another chair behind my chair. So he used a sawhorse that had previously been used for a desk back in the day when we had doors and sawhorses as desks. He sat on that sawhorse behind me, and together we came up with the design for these maps, and he did it for days and days and days and days and days. So Kelly was principally the sound engineer and the music composer, but he's also an unbelievably talented illustrator and creative game designer, and he helped a lot with making this area come to life and into the experience that is today. Got ya. Oof. Alright, high voltage. The cactuses! Oh my god, these cactuses. This was one of those times when we were trying to do game design or like world design over email at Valve, and it's such a minefield doing that, and in this case it was one of those things that was just purely negative. Basically, as we were playing through the game, we were just adding layer upon layer upon layer onto the game to make it more interesting, more interactive, you know. And these cactuses were the subject of a thorny email, about how interactive or non-interactive they were, or how interactive they should be, like what should happen when you hit these things. And there were two camps. There was the leave them alone camp. Well, actually there were several, I guess. There was the option of leaving them alone and just making them non-interactive. There was let's put a whole lot of time and effort into technology and art assets and make them fully interactive, as well as casting shadows. And then there was the, well, we could do a little bit with them and just make them bust into basic jibs like this, but they don't have any lighting. And of course that's the one that won out in this case. But as you see, none of these have shadows on them. The thing is that email thread was quite bitter, and it went back and forth and created some really not needed abrasiveness at the time, and we just ended up with this. I just think that was a massive lesson in don't try to design shit over email, and also keep everything civil over email, because people can reread and reread and reread email as long as they want and get more and more pissed off at what somebody has said. So look at this little trick here. In order to keep to the 350 to 550 world face count, you'd have to do silly things like lift a rock off the sand, because this odd shaped rock would cut the sand up into so many pieces that you would double the cost of that rock. Same thing with some of these guys here, which will be floating above, or they'll just be models which you can break. And not splitting up the world was like our number one thing when trying to optimize these levels. Okay. This area was also a real challenge to build in the original Half-Life engine because everything was like odd angles and stuff, and Viz doesn't really like odd angles. Or Viz, it's like, you guys know what that is. Basically, our technology for building visibility between, or splitting visibility between scenes doesn't like these angles, so this was definitely a challenge in the at the time to build this stuff. So these areas literally started just as a collection of rocks and stuff, and we added those gameplay features on top of it after the fact, or after it was built at least. I'm not going to mess around with these mines anymore. There's the storm drain hatch. Let's go. Oh, that's the valve music. Love that riff. This rendering for the background was, I think Harry Teasley built this. I first saw this thing and I just thought, wow, this is the perfect setting for a sniper section with the crossbow. And the feel of... I'm not a big fan of jumping puzzles in general, and this isn't really jumping puzzles. It's more a matter of the feeling of vertigo and having really nowhere to go other than these really little ledges. I think I really like the feel of this. And it's also, again, there's this sense that I'd had earlier in this game of there's absolutely no way back. You're getting deeper and deeper and deeper into this adventure, and a lot of locations like this, there literally is no way back, and that really adds a sense of isolation and of danger to me when there's no way back. We did try to design levels or areas of levels that were perfect for each of these weapons, so they would each have a time to shine. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, now is when I get really silly here. I really wanted you to feel like you didn't want to fall, and so I made this ledge deliberately narrow, and the ladder deliberately sticks out. I have massive vertigo in real life, so it was really fun designing this. And then you have to duck because this is going to push you out of the edge. So it just gets more and more precarious as you go up this. And then finally, this is the ultimate precarious ledge where you have no room whatsoever to make a mistake. And then I think I'd chuck a head crab at you, of course, right when you get to the top. Right here. I loved watching playtesters come through this, especially loved watching people in the office play this, other people on the team. I just knew what was coming, and it was always the same. It was holy monkey! It was just, I love that about building games. The reactions of players when they go through what you built. And this one was really rewarding to see exactly the reaction I'd hoped for. This area was affectionately known as Whack-A-Man, instead of Whack-A-Mole. You pop up and then, oh shit. How am I gonna... Oh! Wow. So you're basically creeping around the sewage pipes like a rat. trying to outsmart these guys. Pop up where they're not expecting you, and then take a couple of kills, and then go back down into the sewage. Because there are just too many of them to deal with at once. Too many grenades, too much of that crap. Supposed to pop up out of one of these, take a shot, and then get back down underground where it's safe. But you don't have much time. There we go. Now get away.
Holy mackerel!
And I have to say, this is one of the things, one of my favorite features of Half-Life is the AI of the soldiers. And just the variety of tactics they have, and the duration of the combat interactions with them, because they're not paper thin. They take a lot of damage, and they inflict a lot of damage. So it really, I mean, that is the way to make the player think about how to approach combat situations. And it really works well here, I think.
Power 30%.
Right, clearly that's the way forward. And I can hear... Oh, look at this. Get given grenades, and now the vantage point to use them from. Alright, you can have some of your own medicine. Oh, got him. This area was deliberately engineered this way because you'd just been... They had had the upper hand this whole time, and it was time to give the player a little bit of a win.
I'm dying out here.
Yeah, you are. Nothing I can do for you, I'm afraid. I added that sprite, or the blood patch there, because it was really difficult to know when that guy had died. Excellent music cue. Certainly tells you how serious it is here. This was such a fun room to work on. Some gameplay concepts are just a joy to execute. They basically, the room designs itself as soon as you have the idea. I'm just having as much fun with the idea as possible. Breaking these, otherwise they'll... Oh! There was a laser on the back of it. Oops! Yeah, and then you can lift this elevator up, and if you're not careful, that's so smart. I think that was a John Guthrie special, putting the crate on there. Come on. What's this? Oh, is this broken? I think this is broken. Oh! Weird. Okay, I just had to get closer. Alright, I also thought there was a Barney. Oh, here he is. There he is. That yell of his is so funny. Help me out, buddy. Get your gun ready. Come on. Go on. You know what I need is this thing. Oh no, did I shoot Barney with this thing? I hope not. What the f? Oh, that's hot steam. Oh, this was so much fun to put together. And then they all get blown up by carpet bomb. Okay, so this space is interesting. This became the TFC hunted space, I believe. Where there was enough of a path in this map that you would lead the hunted guy around here, the guy with the umbrella. Eventually you would get him onto the other side of the landing platform here. Also, the other side of this map formed the basis for the bunker in Crossfire, which was the first multiplayer map I built after shipping Half-Life. That'll be on the other side of this building. Somebody please come on. Oh, really? After I've set my trap and everything? Alright, come on. Yes! Come right over here. Please. Oh! No, don't kill him! Do not! Ah, thank you. Oh! Oh no! You shouldn't have laughed, you should have run. Alright, this time. Open up, come on.
Took a little damage.
No! Whoops! Well, there goes Barney. I love that they sometimes fall victim to their own grenades. Just adds to the sort of the chaos. Hop over. Alright, there we go. This is the Crossfire area. And the Osprey is going to come along and drop a whole lot of people. I have plenty of ammo to deal with them. In fact, come on down. Oh, really? Oh, shit. This for you. Son of... Oh, go, 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 go. Yes! Perfect timing. Thank you.
First blood.
one of those for you too. And one for you. Alright. Time to leave. Wow. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to use the gun then. I'll use these. That's great. I love it. Yes, more of that, please.
Inconceivable!
I prefer them trampolining. That was the end. That last map was the last section. Oh, nice. Last section of surface tension that I worked on. This is now, I believe, John Guthrie. Oh, this is when he puts the satchel charge in. Boom. Out. That's pretty cool. That's what you get. Oop.
Oh, what's that stench? Stand back. Hello.
Hello. Now, where is Gargantua? Come on. No? Oh, I can hear him. Oh, shit! Wrong side. Oh. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, there we go. Where am I gonna... Okay, I see you. Oh, wrong button. Oh! What? No! Oh, I'm fucking this up. Alright, you just kill me, dude. There he is. Yes, I got him. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, cool. I guess I can do this? Let's see. Yes, that doesn't seem like the right way to do it, but I'll take it. Oh. Oh, okay, this has to be a new chapter. Yes. Okay, that was chapter 12, and I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough. Boy, that was a long one. We'll be back for chapter 13 and 14, and I hope to see you then. Bye-bye.